I wanted to look at some charts from the past election to see where Democrats lost ground and how we could better be prepared for the future. First off, we're seeing this trend where amongst people of color and younger voters, we're seeing a larger and larger gender gap. As you can see from this chart, in particular with folks from ages 18 to 29, a lot of black voters and Latinos in particular, we're seeing a large gender gap. Trump in particular has gained a lot of ground amongst these groups. As you can see from this other chart, he went from a 6 to a 17-point gap amongst Latinos alone. And part of this is because of a development of the way we're reaching out to folks. In particular, social media influencers are playing a much larger role in elections. Now, 1 in 5 Americans are getting news from social media influencers. And this trend only continues to grow amongst these target demographics we're talking about. Amongst young voters, 37% of them consume news through social media influencers, and amongst Latinos, 30% of them consume news through social media influencers. So in the future, as Democrats, we're going to have to continue to outreach to these folks, in particular young men and young folks of color. And we're also going to have to reach out to these folks in new platforms. We're going to have to use social media to target young voters, to target people of color, if we want to make sure that we're continuing to gain ground and that we don't repeat some of the same trends in the past. So let's get working and let's continue to develop the ways we contact voters.